Hello, this is my 8.4 fitness testing by Sam Bynes. So the first test I chose for Harvey to do was the 12-minute Cooper run. The reason I chose this test was because he told me that he wanted to improve his cardiovascular fitness as a part of his rugby. The result he got was 2,500 meters, and as you can see here, he got just above the average. And the strengths of this test is that because it's running for 12 minutes continuously, it's testing his cardiovascular fitness. But the weaknesses could be that it doesn't help with any other muscles that he needs to improve for rugby. For improvements I could make could be making it more like fartlek training, so you could do stuff in between, like maybe circuit as well. So running a bit and then doing some weights or something like that. The second test I chose was the bleep test. This again I chose for cardiovascular fitness for him. The result he got was level 9, stage 4. So that was average for him. And to improve this, I'd like him to get to above average at least. And then, so the strength of this test again, it was just he had to run and it would get his cardiovascular fitness. Weaknesses that was hard to set up as we needed the like the speakers and the CD for the bleep test. So improvements for this could be he does it in a group, and we make sure we've got the CD and the speakers ready. The third test I chose was 30-meter sprint. I chose this because he also told me he wanted to improve his speed for his overall game. The reason I chose this for speed is that it's like the main test where you just sprint for 30 meters and get the best time you can get. The time he got was 4.12, and as you can see against the normative data, that was above average. And some strengths of this test is that it's quite easy to set up. All you need is some cones and a stopwatch really. But weaknesses is maybe like if you stop the stopwatch a bit, like before or after he actually finished. So improvements could be maybe like measuring it out the time and like having the stopwatch stop when his foot touches a certain place or something. The fourth test I chose was the 1-minute press up test. The reason I chose this is again for his like strength, because he told me that he wanted to improve that as well. And then, so this will just do like his chest and his shoulders strength for when he's playing rugby and making tackles. The result he got, was 51 in a minute. And as you can see against the normative data, this is good. So above average again. So the strengths of this test is that it was easy again. I just needed him to do press ups while I counted a minute on the stopwatch. But some weakness for when I did it, I didn't have a mat, so we had to do it on the hard floor. And like for improvements, I could have a mat so it's not too hard on his wrists and hands. The fifth test I chose was sit and reach test for his flexibility, as he told me he wanted to improve that as he wasn't very flexible. The reason I chose this because it's again the like main test for flexibility. The result he got was 4 centimeters, and as you can see on the normative data, that 0 to 5 is about average. So I reckon I can improve that by doing the sit and reach test to get above average maybe. The strengths of this test is that it was quite easy again to set up. We just needed the sit and reach box and then Harvey to actually do it. And the weaknesses could be that he wasn't very warm when he did it, so his muscles could have been quite tight and not as flexible as they could have been. So to improve this, could have done a warm up before. And the last test I chose was the sit-up test, again for his strength and his abs. And I chose this mainly because he did tell me he wants to get like better abs and upper body, and the result he got was 36. And as you can see on the normal data, that's about average. So you can improve that to be better. Some strengths in this test again was that it was just easy to set up. We didn't need any equipment. But the weakness could be that I didn't use a mat again, so it was a bit hard for him to do just on the hard floor. And to improve that, I could just get a mat for him to make it easier. That's it. Thanks.